Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. People, I got a simple question. I teased this topic in my last video. You should go back and watch it. But one of the topics I teased and said I was going to do a video about is the question of why does the left always support the wrong one? The left, the Democrats, the progressives, whatever you want to call them, they're all the same thing. But they're like the girl that we all know. We all know a girl like this, whether she's a friend or even worse, she's related. She's been like this her whole life, picking the wrong dude. No matter how many times he steals from you, no matter how many times you bail him out, no matter how many times he disrespects you in front of everybody, he may or may not put his hands on you, but they're always picking a piece of shit, right? He has 4 kids, doesn't he? How come he never sees them? Oh, the baby mom won't let him see her. She's a crazy bitch. They always have an excuse. And they're always picking a dumbass, no matter what, like something's broken. Like no matter what, they just can't figure it out. That's how the left is. They always get behind the piece of shit. They're always, they claim to be on the right side of history, but they're always on the wrong side. Their latest spokesperson, the latest face of the progressive movement is this Kilmar Gonzalez, or as I call him, Harold and Kilmar Gonzalez. You know, the MS-13 documented MS-13 gangbanger, documented wife beater, and they just released the body cam footage of him taking 8 quote-unquote workers to a job site in Maryland. Well, Jericho, there's nothing wrong with driving to a job site in Maryland, and I say to you, of course there isn't. But it's a little suspicious when you got 8 people driving them to a job site in Maryland, but you're driving them from Texas. That's kind of weird. Well, Jericho, people are allowed to take road trips. If you're a contractor, you can work on jobs in other states. You sure can. But it's kind of weird that nobody had a suitcase. It's kind of weird that nobody had any construction work equipment or overnight bags. In the Navy, you call it your Diddy bag. I know that sounds fucked up now, 2025. Diddy messed it up for us, but that's what it's called, the Diddy bag. You open it, you got your toothbrush, your toothpaste, deodorant, your toiletries. But they always get behind the jackass. Like I said, Kilmar Gonzalez this week. Last week, it was Jordan Neely. Not literally last week, but you know what I mean. Figuratively, it was George Floyd, the patron saint of fentanyl, probably #1 center, right in the middle of their Mount Rushmore of jackasses to get behind. Why do they always do that? They believe Juicy Smollett? Of course, 2 MAGA-loving rednecks jumped him in a snowstorm in Chicago. That makes perfect sense. No way. George Floyd did not swallow drugs. He did not throw them up in the back of the police car. No, that didn't happen. This boss hog said, I'm going to kill me a nigger today. And he went down there and picked out 6'6" George Floyd and said, that's the one. They have the worst decision-making skills. They are morons. Why do they do that? Is it just the luck of the draw? I don't know. They just shrug their shoulders. I don't know why we keep picking the bad ones. Or is it on purpose? And if it is on purpose, why would you do that? Why would you purposely get behind somebody you know is a bad person? Why? Well, it's easy. Because that's part of the plan. You can't take over a group of people or control a group of people if they believe in themselves, if they have self-confidence, if they believe that wherever they land in life, it's their fault, good or bad. You know, what do you call it? Personal, hold on, it's going to come to me. Personal responsibility. That's right. So if you have personal responsibility, it's in the title. It's personal. It's you. You're depending on yourself. You're holding yourself accountable. That's 2 words that the left cannot have you having. that makes sense. The left cannot have you holding yourself accountable, and it can't have you holding yourself responsible or being responsible. Because if you're those two things, then you don't need them. What happens to things you don't need? You end up selling them in a garage sale, or you get rid of them. No matter what it is, if you don't need it, you're going to get rid of it. Even our body parts, tonsils, appendix. If it gives you problems, what do? You get rid of it. They put you under, you count backwards from 100. Next thing you know, you got a cute little scar. Now, if you wake up in a bathtub full of ice in a hostel in Europe, that's something a little different. But no matter what it is, no matter on what level, if you don't need it, you get rid of it. And they know that. So you have to keep the Negro upset. There has to be a grievance. You have to be seen as a victim. You have to see the police as the hunter and you as the hunted. But they always get behind a piece of shit. And then you have this gaggle of lemmings. These politicians, first it was Senator Van Hollen from Maryland, but now he has more dummies. There's 6 more idiots. And I'll put a link in the description box so you can see with your own ocular stems. Now there's 6 more dumbasses going down to El Salvador to ask for this full bag. Huh? Oh, and here's the best part. You're going to love this. These plane tickets, we're not talking about from where I live in California to Vegas. That's a 45-minute flight. That's nothing. You go up, you go down. They barely have time to serve you a drink. No. We're talking Maryland to El Salvador. That's a long one. It's about, 1,300 miles? So you got to buy a plane ticket there. Like I said, it's not a quick trip to Vegas. You're not just going to go there in the morning and fly back in the evening. You got to have a hotel. You're going to be there for a few days. You got to eat some food. Flight, hotel, food. You think they're paying? You think they said, hey, constituents, don't worry about it. I got this one. This one's on me. I'm going to take care of this one. I got the tab. Do you think they did that? Or do you think they worked it into their budget? Do you think they worked it into their expenses to where your ass has to pay for it? That's right. Senator Van Hollen and this other collection of idiots, these lemmings that just want to go right over the cliff of progressivism. Think that's a word? And if you hear that blowing in the background, I'm sorry. It's 85 degrees today. It's hot. This is nothing. I live near Sacramento, California. Look up the weather in the summertime. This is just foreplay. The sun has not spread its descended fiery anus over us yet. This is just the tip. Ladies, you know about just the tip? A tip can get you in trouble. This is just the tip right here. 85, this is nothing. But coming out of winter and spring, it's a little toasty today. So not only are these people going down to El Salvador to retrieve somebody who shouldn't be here in the first place, the president of El Salvador already said, I'm not sending him back. Do you see these people visiting their constituents who have lost somebody, maybe visit somebody who's been harmed by one of these illegals? I don't know. Show the people that voted for you that you give a shit. No. No can do. That's not how we roll. We are the left. They are the dumb bitch who can't pick the right man. And they're going to keep getting behind idiots and keep getting behind criminals and keep supporting savages. And you know what? The people who live under their control, the people who are governed by them, I feel bad for you. Now, I don't feel bad for you if you voted for him. I feel bad for you if you're caught up with the other idiots like I am in California. Most Californians don't support this shit. But you got the people in the Bay, you got the people in Southern California by the water who fuck everything up for everybody else. So if you're caught up in that and you live where these people govern, I feel bad for you. If you're one of these dumbass mouth breathers who steady have their finger up their nose or their ass to the second knuckle, I don't feel bad for you. But here is the silver lining. Here is the light at the end of the tunnel. Here's the carrot dangling in front of you. As long as they keep doing this, I think they will be voted out of power. I think the presidential election of last year, November 2024, I think that was a spark. I think that started something. I think that awoken something inside of us. So I hope that they keep doing this stupid shit. I hope that they keep running to another country to bring a gang banger back. If somebody told you that 20 years ago, you would have fallen over on the floor, something would have burst in your intestines, and you would have been rushed to the hospital because that's the most hilarious, ridiculous thing you've ever heard 20 years ago. Now, we're living it. Meet me in the comments. What do you think about this? Do you think I'm right? Is there something to my thought that the left just can't pick up? They're the dumb girl with daddy issues who's going to be fucking up her choices for the rest of her life. Or am I off base? You don't agree? Talk to me, goose. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.